welcome back to a new video. I'm just walking around the waterfront here because my truck is in for repairs and I need to kill time, a couple hours, so I figured I'd come out here on this nice little misty rainy day and just see what I can take photos of. There's some ducks swimming around in the water here, so hopefully there's some, you know, specialty ducks that I can take photos of, and we'll see. The light isn't great, but you know, it is what it is, so let's go shoot. The problem with shooting on days like this is that the weather, there's no sun, there's no light, so you're not going to get overly sharp photos, which is rather unfortunate, but you know, I'm making the best of it. I already got a cool duck photo, I think, so that's pretty fun. I have an absolutely great shot of this duck right now. I really wish the light was good. I'm just framing him up through the trees. Well, her through the trees. She's got all her little ducklings there, and the trees are making like a nice little border around her, and it looks so good. I'm hoping the photos turn out. Like I said, I'm not shooting with really any light, so everything's going to be kind of dull. So I might kind of fake the light a little bit in Adobe Lightroom. Maybe Photoshop, add like a little bit of a fake light. A little bit cheating, but you know, you don't always get these types of photos, so why not, right? I'd like to get closer, but I don't think I actually have a vantage point because she's just over there and there's nowhere else really. It's kind of all swampy there, and then if I get around from the other side, I'm going to be seeing her back, which is not great. On days like this, it's kind of hard to go out and shoot because, you know, you don't have the light. It's very gloomy, but at the same time, you want to get out and shoot. You want to go out and you want to hike and you just want to be, you know, outside doing something, and that's what I'm doing. But also, this is a very public space. There's tons of people always walking by, coming up, seeing what you're doing and scaring off what you're trying to photograph, you know, ducks and whatnot, which can be frustrating. But also, it's really awkward filming in public. If you've never filmed in public and you've never, you know, like talked to a camera like this, it's something that's really hard to get over, and something that I've been trying to work on to make these videos more engaging and more, like, I don't know, personal, I suppose. So something that I'm really trying to work on. So let me know in the comments below if you like these types of videos, and I'll keep making them, and I'll keep, you know, cringing because I'm filming in public and talking to a camera. But in my mind, I'm talking to you guys, but there's also in that back of my mind where I'm the crazy person sitting on a bench in a park just talking to himself. You know what I mean? So there's always that element of like, what the hell is that guy doing? Why is he talking to himself? But then again, this is Aurelia, so it's not exactly a uncommon sight. So I'm hoping I can find more ducks. I'm gonna walk along the waterfront and hopefully there's another photo spot kicking around here that I can get some good shots. Hopefully wildlife, because the landscape here is kind of flat, but you never know. I've never walked this before, so we'll see what happens. Hey, if you guys like this sort of content, subscribe. I'd love to see you guys back here hanging out in another video. Hopefully you can hear me all right. The wind is blowing like crazy, and it's gonna mess up my microphones a little bit, but thanks to DaVinci Resolve, instead of listening to this, you can listen to this. This is how DaVinci's noise reduction works. So it makes my voice sound a little bit weird, but that's okay. It's worth it. But no, what I'm hoping to go for with this shot here is that I'm hoping I can blur out the water and make the leaves like blurry as well, because it's really windy, but make it look like a very atmospheric shot. I had to shoot it a little bit wider because I'm shooting on a ball head and I wanted a vertical composition, but I can't actually straighten out my horizon when I put it in vertical position, which is a little annoying. I've tried adjusting the legs and messing around with it a little bit, but I just can't get it to sit quite right. So I'm shooting it on a bit of an angle, and then I'm just going to crop it in post. And I'm going to edit it so it looks very moody and very dark, which is kind of the vibe of today. Everything is dark and moody, and it's misty and it's rainy. So this just caught my eye because this little fork down here going into the water every now and then looks so cool. And it looks very dreamy and like surreal almost. So hopefully the photo comes out. I'm gonna go for a 1-second exposure, probably f11, f13 area. I have a polarizer on the front of my camera and an ND filter, just so I can slow it down and keep the right exposure. And ISO 100. So let's take the shot. When you're shooting against the white sky like this, I always find that it's better to underexpose the images, because even though it's dark, the light against the white background comes through and catches the edges of the leaves, and you get chromatic aberration a lot of the times. So when I underexpose, I don't nearly get the same amount as that. Also, I'm shooting on professional lenses, which helps out a lot, but if you're shooting on a kit lens, sometimes it's better to underexpose. And if you are on a tripod, one thing I would highly recommend is take multiple shots at multiple different exposures, because then you can blend your shots together and you won't actually have the issue of trying to find the right exposure. Because it's always disappointing when you get home and your photos overexposed or underexposed and there's no way back from it. Also, shoot raw all the time, because you can take a photo that looks like this and completely bring it back to this. So if you completely screw up, there's a chance that you can actually salvage that photo when you're shooting it raw, because it holds so much more data. And get a good memory card, because you know, raw photos, they're huge, they're massive. Even the compressed ones, they take up a lot of space on your memory card. Another funny thing about filming in public is I keep stopping and letting people go ahead of me so I can take a photo of them as they're walking. Just kind of give me a subject in my shots. It doesn't always work out, but you know, kind of got to be sneaky about it. But there's a guy walking his dog, and I was trying to get some shots of him along this path here, because I thought it might be a nice photo. You know, why not, right? I see these collage Instagram posts all the time, so that's kind of what I'm going for today, like for right now, because there's not a lot of super interesting photos. Like, they're decent photos, but I want to make one of those collages for Instagram. It's just like a bunch of like cinematic looking kind of shots, 3 in a row. Kind of tell us, I like them because they kind of tell a story of, you know, your day, your hike, because it starts with like a wide shot, a medium shot, and then a close-up shot. It kind of gives you a full breakdown of, you know, where you were and what you shot, which I always find those interesting, and I've never done them, so that's kind of what I'm going for. So I think that's it for today's video. If you guys enjoy this sort of stuff, subscribe. I'd love to see you guys back here hanging out in another video. And yeah, if you like these videos, let me know below and I'll keep making them. All right, you guys have a great one. Peace.